This weekend is UFC 309. Finally, I'm super excited. We get to see the GOAT, the greatest ever, back in action. Um, I'm gonna do picks for early prelims, and the main card, and then I'm gonna get a little bit more in depth just for the main card. Let's not waste any time, get right into it. First fight on the early prelims, was supposed to be Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith, I think. It is now Veronica Hardy versus Eduarda Mora. I'm gonna go with Veronica Hardy. I'm a fan of her, and yeah, I don't really know too much about Eduarda, so I'm gonna go with Veronica Hardy. She's pretty technical, not super powerful, but I'll take her by decision. Next fight, we got Basil Hafez versus Oban Elliott. I'm gonna go with Oban Elliott. This fight's, it might go the distance. Both guys are super tough. I think Oban is a little bit more technical. He's a little bit more powerful. Basil, we all know him by he took JDM to a decision. I'm pretty sure they went to the distance. Didn't look good against, who was that? Mickey Gall. Pretty sure he fought. I don't understand that. I'm gonna go with Alban Elliott. I think he's just a little bit more of a dog, more technical, maybe a little bit more powerful. Not sure. We'll see though. Yeah. Speaking of, next fight, Mickey Gall versus Ramiz Brahamiz. Sorry, I heard. I'm gonna go with Ramiz Brahamiz. I don't know, man. I just can't pick Mickey Gall. He's 7-6. I just can't pick him. There's no reason to pick him. He could win the fight. I don't really care about this matchup. But it's a fight, so I'm gonna go with Ramiz by finish. Next fight, Marcin Tybura versus Jonata Deniz. I'm gonna go with Jonata Deniz. He is undefeated. The dude hits hard for heavyweight. He's not just a blob that is in the heavyweight division. He actually has power. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him by TKO. I think he's gonna be faster and hit a lot harder than Marcin Tybura. I'm going with Janata by TKO. Maybe first, probably second round. Probably first round though. All right, here we go to the preliminary card. We got David Onama versus Roberto Romero. I'm gonna go with David Onama. Next fight on the prelims, Jim Miller versus Damon Jackson. Tough one, man. Tough one. I mean, I'm gonna probably go with Jamin Daxon. I'm gonna go with Damon Jackson. I'm really not confident about this pick at all, because like he doesn't have to worry about power too much. Jim Miller does hit hard. He does have some crazy knockouts, but I think Damon Jackson's gonna be too much. He's going to be offensive wrestling a lot, and that's going to shut down the offensive striking of Jim Miller. So I'm going to go with Damon Jackson by decision. But yeah, Jim Miller definitely could get the win, man. He's got the experience. He's almost at 40 wins. Yeah, he could clip Damon Jackson. I just think I'm gonna choose the offensive wrestler pretty much every time. Next fight, Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders. I am going to go with, this is a tough one. This fight really shouldn't, this is like an Apex fight, really shouldn't be on here. I don't really know, dude. I'm gonna go with the draw. I'm picking a draw for this fight. I don't really care. Chris Weidman by eye poke. No, I'm going to go with a draw, seriously. I don't know, dude. Next fight, Jonathan Martinez versus Marcus McGee. This is actually a pretty good fight, man. This is a good, close fight. Jonathan Martinez, super crafty on the feet. Marcus McGee, super powerful on the feet. I'm going to go with... Jonathan Martinez by decision. I think he's just going to have a higher output. He's probably got the longer reach. He's got crazy attacks. Mixes it up a little bit more than Marcus. I'm going to go with Jonathan Martinez by decision. But Marcus McGee could get it done. He's a good fighter. I like him, but I think Jonathan Martinez has this one in the bag. Now we go to the main card. Excuse me. We're going to the main card now. We got Mauricio Rufy versus James Lontop. Mauricio Rufy all day long, man. All day. I got the Fighting Nerds. I'm not going to bet against them anytime soon, especially against a guy like James Lontop. James Lontop, I feel like he's going to be right. Maybe he'll jump in and out of the top 15, but I think he's going to be right outside of the rankings for his whole career, unless he does something crazy. But, you know, all it takes is one shot sometimes. Yeah. Next fight, Vivian Araujo versus Karine Silva. I don't really know about that. I don't know. Next, Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. Shoot, man. I'm gonna go with Paul Craig. I don't know. I'm not gonna just pick Bo Nickel just because he's a huge favorite and he's got a lot of hype. He's super new to the game. Paul Craig has literally beat light heavyweights. I know he's not a light heavyweight. His chin is even more diminished than what he used to be, which is crazy, but I'm going to go with Paul Craig by submission. I think he can pull it off. Yeah, pretty simple there. I don't know. He just has to stuff the takedowns, be smart. If he doesn't stuff them, gets on his back. Bo Nickel might be in for a, I don't know. I'm going to go with Paul Craig by triangle. I think Bo Nickel might freak out a little bit on top. But I can also see Bo Nickel, you know, taking him down, being on top, maybe getting a little scared, and then hopping back up to finish it off, standing up. I don't know. I'm going to go with Paul Craig by submission just because why not? Next fight, co-main event. Charles Dubrox Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. I'm going with Charles, man. We could get surprised here. Chandler almost finished Charles in their first fight in the first round. We all know Charles came back in the second round and hit him with a clean left hook. I don't know. Chandler has had a layoff. He's had time to heal up. He's saying ring rust isn't really effective, so we'll see about that. I don't know, man. I love Charles. I do not like Chandler. I think he's fake, and I just really, I don't know. Chandler could get it done. He almost got it done in the first fight, but Charles definitely has a lot more tools in the bag to pull out. He's tough. He's still really hungry. He has been a little bit more active. He fought for a title recently. I'm gonna go with Charles, but not super confident with it, just because Chandler does have power. He's coming back hungry, probably pissed off a little bit from the 2-year layoff. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Charles. Main event, we got John Bones Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Man, this is probably going to be closer than people think. You guys have to remember who John Jones has fought his whole entire career. He's fought literally middleweight size people, people 6 foot and under, people who he has fought that were above his height or the same height. gave him a lot of trouble and or beat him. So I don't know. Stipe is a huge dude. He's going to be hungry. He is the underdog hugely, and he has a point to prove. So I'm going with Stipe, the firefighter, Miocic, by finish. I'm going with Stipe Miocic by finish. I think he's going to, if the dude is wobbling Francis Ngannou on the feet, he's going to wobble John Jones on the feet. I think, I don't know, if he can stuff the takedowns, I think he has a pretty good chance. Stipe, please do us a favor and put this man out cold. Out cold. Please. Bryce Mitchell out cold, sleeping, seizing. I'm just kidding. Not that far, but I'm going with Stipe by finish. It's probably his last fight in the UFC, in MMA in general. He's being doubted. He's the underdog. People forget who this guy is or was. He still has power in his hands, my friends. He is a firefighter full time. I'm going with Stipe.